Welcome to the Rebel to Succeed podcast. It's your boy, Anthony Williams, the founder of RebelToSucceed.com. The purpose of this podcast is to share tips, advice, and strategies to help you improve in all areas of your life. My mission is to make a positive difference in your life to help you live your best life. Now let's get it.
What up, Rebels? It's your boy, Ant from Rebel to Succeed, coming at y'all with another podcast episode. Today in this episode, we're going to be talking about 5 success habits of the rich. Again, that's 5 success habits of the rich. Right off the back, learning from the success habits of the rich will help you improve your life and reach success. Doing that is not a walk in the park, however, but if you're willing to shift your life to make a more successful life or career, results can be amazing. What you need to realize is that success habits do not need to be out of the ordinary. Yet even the simplest changes can make a huge difference in your life. Okay, so I know a lot of people out there, they want to be, they want to be rich, they want to make a lot of money. And I'm going to give you guys just a couple of habits that, I've studied and learn from some of the, richest and most successful people in the world. I noticed right off the back, one of the main things that they do is they wake up early. And I know that, some people are, deemed as, night people. Some people are morning people. I'm more of a night person. But I do realize that, when you wake up extra early, you can get more done in the day. So I believe personally that's why a lot of rich people would like to wake up early, because you can quite simply just get a lot more done. If you look at somebody like the late great Kobe Bryant, he always preached about waking up early and the benefits of that, as far as being able to get more training in, as far as his basketball practice. He can get more done. He can practice more if he wakes up a little bit earlier. So I believe that this is probably one of the main things, or one of the main reasons why a lot of rich people wake up early, is because they want to get more done, man. They want to get more done. So that's one of the number one things that I found among a lot of successful and rich people. That's one of the main habits, is waking up early. Another one is setting goals. Now, I know right off the back, a lot of people, they may not have goals set for themselves. And I'm gonna tell you right from jump, that's a road to disaster, because you need to have some type of goal or something that you want to achieve. You're never going to make it to your destination if you don't have anything to achieve. So having goals, setting goals, and it's kind of like splitting those tasks up into smaller ones. It can make your big goals seem a bit more manageable. So, let's say, for instance, you want to make $100,000 a year. Well, you might focus on, just start out just trying to focus on making, $25,000 a year. You know what I mean? And then as you reach your goal for $25,000, you may boost it up to $50,000. And then each year you keep adding on another $25,000 until you reach your big goal for $100,000 a year. So, it just makes, it takes the big goals and it makes the big ones, big things that you might have set in your mind, and turn them into something more manageable. What I like to do is I like to work backwards. I like to take all of my big goals, think, what do I need to do on a daily basis to be able to reach my big goal? That's one of the easiest things you can do. If you want to make, let's say you got a business and you want to make, $50,000 in sales, well, you got to figure out what let me rephrase that. If you want to make $50,000 in sales for a whole year, let me add that part. So you want to make you want to make $50,000. You want to sell $50,000 in a year. You got to figure out what you got to do in a day. And it it makes the $50,000 a bit more smaller and more manageable. So you're not like, worried about, oh man, I gotta sell $50,000. If you just focus on, what you gotta, sell each day to be able to, at the end of the year, to reach your $50,000 goal, then it wouldn't be that much. It wouldn't seem such like a big task. Another habit of the rich is they read a lot. Now, all my listeners know, like, you know that I'm a reader. I love to read, and it's if you haven't like really, you haven't figured out why reading is such an important thing. You're kind of you got to wake up, man. You got to wake up, because reading, you can't. Let me put it this way: you can't reach higher levels in life if you're stuck with, the same information. Like, we're all put here to grow, we're all put here to evolve, we're all put here to change. And if you want to, reach, some higher levels, you're gonna have to get some higher level of education. You're gonna have to, or let me rephrase that. You can't get to a different destination with the same information. So I'll just put it that way. You gotta learn more. You gotta read more. Reading is one of the easiest ways that you can learn from other people. It's one of the cheapest ways. Instead of you going and spending $50,000, $70,000, or $100,000 in school, you can go and you can read and improve yourself just by reading a book. You can learn about how to start, a certain business that you want to start, just by going to go read a book on somebody that wrote about that. So it's really easy. It's not. It's really cost effective, cost efficient, rather, and you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money just to learn. I believe that a life filled with learning new things is a life well lived. You know what I mean? And you got to learn, man. You got to learn. You can't stay stuck with the same information. There's a lot of people walking around with the same information that they learned from school, and school is is really not going to teach you a whole lot about life or about what you want to learn. So I mean, you gotta go and you gotta seek out certain information, and this is one of the things that you'll see it's one of the habits among a lot of rich people, is that they focus on reading and learning and improving themselves to be able to go and do what they got to do out in the marketplace, for their business, for whatever, just for life in general. You got to seek out knowledge, and you got to apply it to your life to be able to change your life and to reach your fullest potential. So that's one of the main things I wanted to share with you guys, was reading. I love reading. Reading is everything. You know what I mean? Learning is everything. I'll just say that. But another habit of the rich is rich people know when to say no. And I say that with with humbleness, because me personally, I'm considered like a kind-hearted person. In the past, I've felt like people have tried to abuse my nice guy persona. But, you live and you learn, I learned, and sometimes you just got to know when to say no, you know what I mean? You got to know when to say no, because people will take advantage of that. People will walk over you, and people will just take advantage of that whole nice guy thing. And you got to know when to say no. You got to know where to put your focus. Now, when I say rich people know when to say no, I think what a lot of rich people focus on, let me say this. Most rich people have became rich because of business. And you're not going to be able to make a whole lot of money if you don't focus your energy into, building up your business. You know what I mean? So, and building up, just a business helping people. So as you're in that journey, that entrepreneur journey of trying to build something, you got to focus on, or you got to learn that, you can't put your focus everywhere. You got to devote your time to a certain task and a certain thing throughout, certain times in the day. You can't be diluting your attention. I feel like we have a select amount of willpower and amount of focus. The amount of really successfully focusing on something. We get a limited amount of that throughout the day. You know what I mean? As you fatigue throughout the day, as you get tired, it's going to be a bit harder for you to be able to focus. And living in this day and age, it's very easy to get distracted, with social media, with TV, with the radio, just with your phone, you know what I mean? So I feel like a lot of rich people, if you look about a lot of rich people, if you look at them and study some of the things that they do, you will find that they like to focus. They know how to focus on one thing. They know how to focus where they need to focus on. You know what I mean? So, rich people know how to say no, man. You might have people that, come to you with all of these great ideas, oh, but we should start this, or we should do this, or how about you put your money into this? And I feel like you got to focus on putting your time, putting your energy into focusing on one thing. Focusing your energy on one thing can literally propel you towards your success. You don't want to dilute your attention. Your attention is very valuable. What you do with your attention is very valuable. So if you look at a lot of successful and rich people, they're not focusing their attention on everything. They normally pick one thing, they stick to that one thing, and they see it to the end. You know what I mean? So learn how to say no, know when to say yes. You know what I mean? Don't allow people to to walk all over you, just basically just walk all over you. You got to know when to say no. I feel like that's a biggie among successful and rich people, is that they're not allowing their attention to be diluted by other things. So if you go and you study like some of the, you study someone like, Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, they have time set out throughout the day to focus on just, what they need to focus on and get, their goals done throughout the day. Or even like a Steve Jobs. I remember seeing, a video or something about Steve Jobs, saying that, we just focus on, one product. We focus our energy on one thing. And I feel like, people, they kind of forget that, everything around us is energy. You know what I mean? Everything is energy. And throughout the day, you get a limited amount of energy that you can, put into one thing. You know what I mean? You have a limited amount of time. So what you do with that time is going to reflect your reality. So use your energy wisely, focus it on one thing, double down on that one thing instead of being diluted. Now, this is one thing that, I kind of struggle with at times, because I'm always a jack of all trades. I'm always doing a lot of things. And like I said, I like to share information that I feel that I'm going through, that I'm learning. And that's one thing that I'm still, working on, is just, focusing my energy on one thing and, just being successful at that one thing. So that kind of leads me into my next habit of the rich, which is delegating and outsourcing. They really know how to pinpoint what they're good at. You may be good at marketing, but you may not be good at accounting. You may not be good at writing. You may not be good at speaking, or you may just be good at selling. So what you would do is you would go and you would hire. If you're running a business, you would go and hire out, and hire the people that are good at the things that you're not good at. You know what I mean? You got to learn to outsource. You got to learn to delegate. You got to learn to relieve. Get to put the power in somebody else's hand. You know what I mean? No one is successful by themselves. So that's another thing that I'm learning in business, which is, just outsourcing and delegating, and, allowing other people to, to come in and help you. So, I mean, those are just, some habits of the rich, of successful people. Those things will lead you to success. They will lead you to, make a lot of money. And those are just, some of the habits of the rich that I have, learned. You guys can also go check out my blog. You can check out my YouTube channel. I write about a lot of this content, and I put it into my videos as well. So go check those out. www.rebeltosucceed.com. Again, that's www.rebeltosucceed.com. 2succeed.com. Check out, my website for more content. Hopefully you guys found value in this episode. And if you did, I invite you to, leave a comment. You guys can follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You guys can get a hold of me. So just reach out to your boy Ant, and let me know if you guys have any questions that you need me to answer. And hopefully you guys found value in this. And, I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.
I want to thank you for joining me today and listening to this podcast. If you found this episode helpful or valuable in any way, then I encourage you to leave an honest review and subscribe to the Rebel to Succeed podcast for future episodes. To receive more content and value, make sure to visit the Rebel to Succeed website at www.rebeltosucceed.com. And finally, always remember that to succeed in life, you have to reach everyone by exercising love. So make sure to show somebody some love today. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time.